We have what is arguably our biggest ever game as Kaiserslautern boss. We take on Real Madrid at home in the Champions League. Let's see how we get on. Welcome back then guys to the Red Dead Revival, now here today for episode 61 of our Road to Glory series here with Kaiserslautern on FM21, and as I've just said in the intro, we have a massive, and I mean massive game taking place today. Real Madrid at home, the Champions League group stage, as well our third match in the Champions League, and on top of that we also take on Borussia Dortmund away in the Bundesliga. Two absolutely ridiculous games, they most definitely are. But before we do get going today guys, in this video, if you missed last episode where we took on Celtic and also Hoffenheim in two very difficult games and somewhere a bit of complacency did set in, there'll be a link right above me so you can go back and see exactly how we did get on in those matches. And of course guys, if you do enjoy today's video, do make sure to chuck a like down onto it, and if you do want to keep up to date with any more of my content such as the Red Dead Revival, then do make sure to hit that subscribe button and to ring that notification bell to be notified whenever my content here on YouTube goes live. Now then though, let's get straight into this video today. We've only played the one match since last time out and things did not go very well whatsoever. We only of course played the one game. It was Frankfurt at home in the Bundesliga after we took on Hoffenheim and then Celtic, or Celtic being that 2-0 very disappointing defeat. We then followed that up with another disappointing defeat, this time up against an arch rival in Frankfurt at home, where we lost 2-1. We scored as well in the 91st minute to equalise and then proceeded to concede 4 minutes later in the 95th minute of 4 minutes added on, and we lost it 2-1. I was absolutely fuming after this. I was absolutely loving life after the equaliser, and then my mood very quickly turned and went down the toilet basically. It was very gutting. Chimpetaz got his first goal for the club, which was good to see, but annoyingly we didn't come away with any points. As a result, it means we have dropped out of first position in the league down into second place. Bayern Munich also rather conveniently lost as well on that same game day, but Hertha Berlin have leapfrogged us. It's very tight, very cagey. Dortmund, who we take on today, if they beat us quite significantly, could leapfrog us as well. That is who we take on first of all today. We then afterwards take on Real Madrid, who sits second in the group stage. We beat Madrid, we leapfrog them as well. But in terms of the Dortmund game, this is how we're going to be lining up. It is Misic in net, the very, very good young goalkeeper we have in our squad. It's then Lawrence and Lidin at the back. Well, actually, I'm saying that. I just wanted that Lidin isn't fully fit, so I'm actually going to drop Lidin for Mosquera. It's actually then Lawrence and Mosquera at the back, Williams at right back, and Donham and Gunesh alongside him. Unfortunately, both Liuzzo and Franco are unavailable. Liuzzo is suspended, Franco is injured, so that's why those two players are playing. Tagsev, Firmek and Hikmet in the midfield. Both Firmek and Tags have trained very well in the most recent weekly update, so I decided to start them here in this game. And then Lewandowski and then Pellegrini starting as the advanced forward. I want to try out Pellegrini as the advanced forward. Apparently he is better there than a deep lying forward, so we're going to try him out, see how he does get on. But that's how we'll line up. Let's get into this game, the first one of today's episode. Let's see how we do get on. If we can avoid defeat here at the Signal Iduna Park, that would be fantastic stuff here away at Borussia Dortmund. A very, very strong side. Of course they are. They are Borussia Dortmund at the end of the day. It's never an easy game, no matter what period of the game you're at, if you're very early or a couple of years in. It's Mauricio Pochettino's Dortmund as well. On decent form, they are 3 wins in their most recent 5 games. Us not so good, only 2 wins in our last 5. We've lost our last 2. We need to bounce back today, try and at least get a point here away at Dortmund, because as I mentioned earlier, if we lose, Dortmund could theoretically leapfrog us in the table. Let's get into it though. Let's stop with all of the preamble. Let's get into the actual action and let's see how we get on. So far, very, very quiet opening first few minutes. 10 minutes played, only 1 shot, and then we actually have our first highlight. Neto with a corner, and it's gone in. Okay, great. It deflects off the man on the line, and then Sena Kartal, I'm not too sure if that's, I presume he's Turkish, sticks it in the back of the net. We go down very, very early on in this game. Not ideal stuff whatsoever. The Neto corner comes in and it just pings off of, who is that there? And Donham it pings off of. And then Senna has a very easy strike into the back of the net. And so far, That is not the ideal way to have begun this game. Highlight again, if we bounce back with this chance here, that will help us out. Lewandowski at first, indeed he does, but he loses it, of course, up against his former side, Robert Lewandowski here in Borussia Dortmund. New ball on it. The only thing with Lewandowski, he is fantastic when he gets the ball in and around the box, but anytime he's kind of any deeper position, I always feel a bit like he's a little bit useless in those areas because, of course, his physicals are so bad. It's quite frustrating. He's not done poorly since his arrival, don't get me wrong. He's got a few goals and assists to his name, but I do feel he just doesn't offer us enough as that deep line forward. Bosquera heads it up. Vermette, come on, a chance to counter-attack here. Oh, you see, if that wasn't Lewandowski on that defender there, we probably would have got there first, but Lewandowski doesn't have the legs to get there. Kornilenko, the Ukrainian left-back here for Dortmund. He's going past everyone. He hits the post. We get away with that one, quite luckily for us there. Another highlight, quite action-packed early on. Lewandowski on it here. Come on, who's that? Nico Williams on it. Now to Tagsev. Puts it in Norwegian to Hikmet. It's over the bar. Hikmet, who currently is our top goal scorer, I believe, in the club with 5 goals so far this season. We're not doing brilliantly for goals scored so far, if I'm honest. We're not doing bad overall. He's having a very good year, which is good to see. And so far, after that latest highlight, things seem to have quietened down a little bit. Nothing else really to see. We've apparently had a few more shots, but we haven't actually seen them on camera. And as I'm saying all this, though, final highlight probably of this half. 44 minutes played. We've won the ball back. Come on, Robert Lewandowski. He's got there first. Come on, the man with no legs plays it up to Pellegrini. That advanced forward role today. He goes for it. Oh, it was never really challenging Nubel in net there, was it really? Quite a poor strike. And as a result, we go in at half-time losing 1-0. You look at those stats, we've had a good few chances, but none of them really have been clear-cut. I'm going to thrash my arms. I'm not happy. Very, very poor from us in this game. I'm actually going to take Lewandowski off. We're going to put Pellegrini back to the DLF. I'm going to get Chimpataz on as the advanced forward. He did score in the last game up against Frankfurt. Hopefully he can do the same here up against Dortmund, or at least get himself involved. Yes, Lewandowski wasn't playing poorly, but I just feel his lack of pace is maybe hindering us here up against the side of Dortmund's quality. Up against smaller teams, he's a lot better, if you ask me. Oh my days, Mosquera's just giving the ball away to Giovanni Reina. Misic, though, big save there from Nikola Misic, the youngster. There was a comment in last episode, I believe, saying about some of the saves being pulled off by Misic, and I fully agree. We are seeing some phenomenal stuff from that young man in net. Really good goalkeeping from him. I think he could be a real world-class talent if we can keep him here at the club. But that is the big question, is will we be able to keep Nikola Misic for the long term, especially say we have a poor season this year, say things kind of drop off, will he end up staying with us? Who on earth knows? But Pedro Neto on the ball to Klosterman there. He's lost the ball. Come on, don't lose it here. Okay, Emre Can now. Okay, please guys, don't concede. Oh my goodness me. Giovanni Reina heads just over the bar. Very close there from the Dortmund man. Vermette's having a really bad game. I'm going to get him off the pitch as a result. We're going to get Miri on, and I'm going to swap him and Tagsev over. Straight swap there. Nothing too drastic changing in terms of the tactics. Highlight, once again, ball's been played in. We've headed it clear. Come on, can we counter-attack? Why are none of our players ever winning these second balls? It's so frustrating. Every time we're seeing a highlight, we are never winning the second ball. It's very annoying. That is how we play. We get those second balls, we counter-attack, and we're not doing it today. And as a result, we've conceded. Giovanni Reina makes it 2. It's not really a surprise. Dortmund have looked the better team in this game. We've been very poor indeed. And that has costed us in that build-up there. Dortmund getting a second goal. We've been awful, and we need to change things up. I'm going to put Tagsev up in behind the striker. We're going to make him go as an attacking midfielder on attack roll. I'm also going to make another change. Get Nico Williams off for Niklas Dotkat and make him go more attacking. He's actually a winger by trade, but he can play wing-back. He's a youngster who's come through our youth team. He's very decent. He's already 2-star ability at like 19. So we're going to get him onto the pitch. Pellegrini's going to go as a complete forward on attack, I believe. We're going to go attacking. We have nothing to lose now anyway. Let's see what we can do. Confirm that change. We have 15 minutes to try and get back into this. Otherwise, we are having a very poor first match of today's episode. Dortmund keeping the ball here. I presume this highlight is just going to fizzle out because the tactical change is taking place. Williams just punts that out of the pitch. I've no idea why he's done that, but I presume is going to signal in the highlight. Indeed, it does. Okay, only 10 minutes to go now. Can we see something? A highlight now. Can Tagsev get there first? He can't do. That's why I put the attack midfielder on there to try and hopefully sweep up those loose balls when they get cleared out. Oh, no. The youngster Dobka on his debut has just given away a penalty. Great stuff. Nicholas Dotka, we give him his debut and he repays us by absolutely effing it up inside the first 5 minutes of being on the pitch. That is not the way to make your mark there, Nicholas. Really isn't. Who's stepping up for it? It's Richarlison for Borussia Dortmund. He scores. It's 3-0. We've been torn to shreds. We've been dreadful in this game. This is going to be our third defeat on the bounce. Very, very poor stuff from us, if you ask me. Such a good start to the season we made, and we are throwing it all away at the moment by having some absolutely dreadful football taking place in his most recent fixtures. And we've lost the game. Not a surprise. Thrash me arms. I'm far from pleased. Terrible, terrible football. We played better in the last game before this episode up against Frankfurt. We were a bit unlucky. This game, we were not unlucky. We were awful, and we deserved to get absolutely smashed like we just had done there by Borussia Dortmund. And life's about to get even easier, isn't it? Because we now have to go and take on Real Madrid at home. Rather luckily for us, though, I've just spotted that Bayern have just lost to Stuttgart. So that at least helps us out a little bit. But I will see you guys at that Real Madrid game very shortly. Here we are then now for the second game of today's episode, and it doesn't get any easier. Real Madrid at home, and we're lining up as follows for the Champions League group stage match. Misic in net, Lawrence and Lidin is now back into the team. He's fully fit today. Ludwig in at right back, Liuzzo, then Nico Williams at left back. Liuzzo is back from his suspension, but unfortunately Franco still isn't fit, so Williams is going to come in at left back. He can play there, so hopefully he can do a good job for us. Amiri, Tanksev and Hikmet. I have dropped Vermek back for Amiri, then Pellegrini as the DLF and Chimpataz as the advanced forward. I was very nearly tempted to play Skretterberg, but I'm going with Chimpataz. We're going to see how he gets on. Give him the full match. Maybe we can see a goal from him up against Real Madrid. But let's get into this game. Let's see how we do perform. Just don't get smashed. Don't be like that Dortmund game just now. We need to try and get a point, really. Otherwise, any chance of qualification is going to be down the toilet, basically, if we don't manage to come away with something from this match. It's going to make life so difficult. We've had 3 defeats on the bounce. We lose again today. Form is going to be really, really bad. That is most definitely the case. You can see at the moment, Real Madrid's recent form, they have just drawn. I think it was the Villarreal or Valencia. It was one of the two of them. And they're okay form, not great. They have Haaland up front. You can see the group there as it is. If we lose and Celtic don't drop points, or Celtic even draw, we're going to be at least 3 points behind the next available side. So things are going to be very, very difficult for us. That is most definitely the case. But into the game we go. Our biggest game probably as Kaiserslautern boss. Definitely the biggest team we've ever played against, if you ask me, in Real Madrid. And so far, 15 minutes in, we haven't conceded. So that's going better than what the Dortmund game went, I think. Because didn't we concede earlier on in that game? I can't remember now. My mind just completely wiped that game out from my memory because it was so bad. It was awful stuff. We've lumped the ball up the pitch. I've no idea why, because I have player defence on. But yet the defender just lumped it up. And now as a result of that, Real Madrid on the ball here. Cucurella plays it up. Haaland on it. Misic, big boy save there from the man in between the sticks. As soon as Haaland had it on his left foot, I was thinking, Real Madrid goal, anyone calling a goal? But thankfully, he decided to actually make a big save. And we just got away with that corner there. It went over the bar. So not too bad. Highlight, we're in Real Madrid's half on this throw-in. And we actually create an attack from this. Ludwig over to Liut. So he's got it. He's hit it. It's in. I didn't expect that to go all the way through. I thought it was going to get blocked or the keeper's going to make a save. It's like, it almost looked like he went for the keeper's hand. The captain today, John Liuzzo, already got another book into his name. He's always getting booked, that man. But what a big goal this could prove to be. Ludwig gets it here, just lays it off to Liuzzo, who just gets it and drives it at the goalkeeper. Rao, I don't know who he is. It must be a regen maybe. Should probably have saved it. Thankfully for us, he doesn't. Jules Rao, he is a young French keeper, probably not their first choice, and you could probably tell when he attempted to make that save. Very poor stuff, but at the end of the day, we get a goal. That is what matters in this game. But as I'm saying, it's Paulo Dybala from Madrid whips the ball in from that free kick, and whoever that was that headed it clipped the post, and it goes just wide of the goal. We get very, very lucky there. I wonder if we should maybe look to go a little bit deeper and try and hold out a bit more. Okay. Well, as I'm saying on that, Corentin Toliso's literally just scored for Real Madrid and equalised from that set piece. So, yep, there goes that chance. Number 2, Tolisso. I don't like that. The fact that their midfielder, Tolisso, is number 2. That's disgusting in my opinion. That shouldn't be allowed. The ball, does no one marked him? I've no idea why Ludwig wasn't trying to actually contend with Tolisso there, but he had way too much space, smashes it, and it goes in off the post. Are we going to go in at half-time with the draw? Indeed we do. So not bad at all. It could have been a lot worse. And so far, we're still in a position where we can maybe come away with all 3 points. I'm going to point the finger and say if we can get a goal, I make us favourites to win. I do agree with that. I think next goal is going to really be a huge impact in this game. I'm saying to strikers, I'm not happy with them. They're both playing very poorly. Nothing at all to see from either of our front men in this game. And let's carry on and see. Apparently, Pellegrini's picked up a bruised shin. We should probably be on Lewandowski then as a result. I don't know if that's a good idea, considering obviously his lack of pace, but I don't want to play an injured Pellegrini really if we can avoid it. Lewandowski coming on then. Get all of his experience onto the pitch. Maybe the sly old fox can get himself a goal. Maybe for our side. I can see that Hikmet is struggling with fitness. We'll see what happens on this highlight. Lydian with the free kick to Hikmet. Tagsev plays it over the top. Nico Williams, who is quite pacey. Come on, Nico. What are we going to do with it? He's gone all the way back. Why are you going back for? Okay, Miri now. Liuzzo. Good ball, Liuzzo. He's having a very good game today. Ludwig plays it across. Lewandowski! It was blocked. What a chance for Robert Lewandowski when that failed to. I thought he's going to put it in the back of the net. He's got 20 finishing. Sadly, he doesn't manage to. I'm going to make a change. Hikmet off for Fermek. Chimpitaz off for Skretterberg. A double change. I'm not going to go more attacking, but I'm going to see if we can maybe doing that change have a positive impact. Ludwig on it. We look maybe the more threatening the two sides. Lewandowski wins the flick on. Liuzzo always is going to win those balls in the air. He's absolutely massive. Nico Williams on it here. Plays it. It's ricocheted. Amiri. Nico Williams hits it. It's gone in. His first goal of the season. Maybe his first goal ever for Kaiserslautern. I don't know if he scored it during his first loan spells, but he's put it in the back of the net. Again, it's awful goalkeeping. And again, we do not care whatsoever. The ball just ricochets everywhere from this effort. It almost makes for Lewandowski. Doesn't quite. Miri hits it, and then Williams hits it. And again, the keeper probably should have done better, but he doesn't. And there's a highlight straight away. I was about to say we probably should go time wasting for the last 10 minutes. And then before we've even had a chance to make any changes, Real Madrid are on attack from that kickoff. Come on, Ludwig, get the ball. He hasn't done. Sanderberg on it instead. Haaland, it's over the bar. Right, okay. We're going to go to cautious. We're going to go full on time waste. We're going to go more disciplined. We're going to lower the tempo slightly as well. Do we go as well more defensive in terms of our positioning, stuff like that? I think we probably should do. Okay, Ludwig can go more defensive. I'm going to tell Fermek to go more supportive. I'm also tell Tagsev to go more supportive as well. And also, I'm going to get Lewandowski to go more supportive too. We're going to go full on defensive. I'm also going to go even lower tempo and stop passing into space. We need to try and see if we can keep hold of the ball as much as possible. Waste as much time as we can do as well. This could be an absolutely massive win for us. We're getting into the stoppage time. Final minute of the game. Are we going to come away with all 3 points? We have done. Real Madrid came to the Fritz-Walter Stadion and we beat them at our ground. You look at the stats, maybe a little bit of luck, but Real Madrid just didn't do enough and we took our chances. We made the most of the goalkeeping mistakes that their keeper made and we've gotten an absolutely crucial win in our Champions League group stage. It means we've actually gone up from bottom of the group to second currently. We are, as things stand, going through to the knockout stages of the Champions League. Of course, there's still 3 more games to go, so still a lot more could happen. But a really good win that. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Of course, though, guys, in terms of the schedule, we have to take on Real Madrid in the reverse fixture in only 3 games' time. So we will be coming back for that. We're going to be basically playing every single group stage game unless it turns out we either can't or already have qualified in advance. But we will be coming back on our trip to the Santiago Bernabeu, and we'll also be coming back for the Stuttgart game at home. Stuttgart had a very good start to the season, sitting up there in 5th place in the Bundesliga. So 2 very big games for us, but none bigger than Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. That'll all be coming in next episode. Overall, though, guys, that there brings this video today to a close. And the first game was dreadful, absolutely terrible. We looked atrocious. We really did. Dortmund just absolutely tore us to shreds. We offered nothing going forward, nothing defensively. We deserved to get spanked, and spanked we were. A 3-0 defeat. But then the lads decided to become heroes in their own right, taking on Real Madrid at home, and we get an absolutely massive 2-1 win. Even if we don't make it through to the Champions League knockout round, that could be huge for trying to make it into the Europa League. After we managed to screw it up against Celtic, we had to have a result there, and we got one. big 3 points that could prove to be. And hopefully, guys, you enjoyed that match and the episode. If you did, make sure to like down onto it, guys. And of course, if you do want to keep updated with any more of my content, such as the Red Dead Revival, then do make sure to hit that subscribe button and to ring that notification bell to be notified whenever my content here on YouTube goes live. But guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.